If you didn't know, the Pantone for 2025 is Mocha Mousse. I hear Mocha Mousse and all I can think about is decadent, brown, chocolatey, gorgeous yumminess. You have to understand that there's several different levels when it comes to this Mocha Mousse that Pantone has declared the color of 2025. I don't have a favorite color, but the skin tone matches the Mocha Mousse. So I am just so excited to just see what makeup look we can create. All I have to say is the Pantone for 2025 is a soft makeup girly's dream, if you know what I mean. So today I'm going to try my best to embody Pantone for 2025 Mocha Mousse. Now, if you are new to my channel, my name is Ohemaa. Welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, hey. You guys, my hands are not ashy today because, wait, my thumb is ashy. God, I thought I had gotten away with my ashy hands, but it looks like I haven't. But it's okay. CeraVe will save me. Now, if you didn't know, there's always a color associated with the year. That's essentially given to us by Pantone, who is like the color authority when it comes to the design world. Last year was a peach fuzz, but this year, you know, we're gonna jump into it. We're gonna lean into the Pantone-ness of it because it's a gorgeous color. So in my opinion, this is a color that you can actually just experiment with. If there ever was a palette that I thought embodies Mocha Mousse, it will be the Juvia's Place Coffee Shop palette. That palette has everything you need to create several different varieties of Mocha Mousse to your heart's content. Also, you can see like I have like dark patches on my chest. I had a bad allergic reaction and my whole body was covered in rashes. It took like 3-4 days for everything to go down with the help of Benadryl. So if you're seeing the slight discoloration in my skin, that's what it is. My under eyes were puffy. It was a whole mess. My hands are not ashy anymore. Period. Before we actually start the makeup, I bought Exalté by PERFUME and I want us to smell it together. If anybody reminds me of a rich, decadent Mocha Mousse, it has to be PERFUME. She just exudes that luxury. She says that once this is sold out, she's not going to restock it. So I'm very glad that I actually got my hands on it. This is Bella Aura Exalté. Okay, this is what the packaging looks like. The actual perfume looks like this. I thought this was a travel size. It's definitely much bigger. Ooh. This is nice. I'm getting musk. The top notes in this are pink pepper and lemon. There's Turkish rose, jasmine, orange blossom, and osmanthus. The base notes are amber, vanilla, sandalwood, benzoin, and musk. I could definitely smell a hint of jasmine and the musk in here. It has a good consistency of oil in it. It didn't like completely dissipate when I sprayed it onto the box. You can see the oil residue on here. The oil I just put on is not scented, so I'm definitely getting the full scent of this perfume. I love what it smells like. Absolutely divine. Okay, now that we're smelling good and we know we're gonna be smelling fresh doing this makeup look, let's jump into Mocha Mousse. Okay, the hair is pushed back. We're gonna start out with the brows. Just brushing up all my brow hairs. This is the Milani Precision Brow Pencil in the shade Ebony. I'm just gonna line the bottoms of my brows first. Just lean into that shape. I'm not doing my full entire brow. I'm too clumsy for that, okay? So I just line the bottoms of my brow. Okay, I'm gonna line the bottoms of this brow shape that I just created. The brow bone must be highlighted for me. Like, I have to have that. So I'm taking a lighter concealer. This is the Sephora Collection shade 59. The first shade was the Sephora Collection shade 65. I'm just gonna line just the tail of the brow bone and just blend it down. It just gives it a gorgeous highlight. I need to prime my eyes or my eyeshadow will literally melt off of my face. So I'm taking some eyeshadow primer. I'm just gonna blend it into my eyelid. And I love using my fingers for this because it warms up the product and it helps it fill in any parts that need filling in. Let's just put the rest of the product on your under eyes, especially if you're somebody who gets under eye creases. It's going to keep my eyelids from getting too oily, and it's going to help my eyeshadow stay in place. Next, we're going in with the eyeshadow primer. I would have used the more muted brown shade, but I do want my eyeshadow to look a little bit more pigmented on my skin tone. That's why I'm going in with this specific shade. I'm just going to pat it in and blend it out. The trick with these eyeshadow primers is when you're going to blend it in, you have to pat it in like this. If you try to swipe it, it's just going to move right off your eyelid. As I said earlier, this is the palette that embodies Pantone Mocha Mousse. All the shades in here you can mix and match to get the perfect Mocha Mousse shade. Look at the package in itself. Literally, Mocha Mousse. It's like Juvia's Place had the vision. They knew Pantone Mocha Mousse was coming when they made this. First, we're going with this shade. I definitely didn't think it would look this intense. I'm not disappointed. I am definitely not disappointed, okay? I'm going into the coffee shop palette into this shade. Using that shade, I'm going to blend the edges of the first shade that I put down. That way it can give me a slight warm look without looking too red. I don't want it to be too cool toned, blending the same shade out. So using something with a slight bit of warmth in it, it's going to help me achieve this gorgeous look that I want. Okay, seriously, this is the embodiment of Pantone Mocha Mousse. I'm using this shade. I think this is my favorite shade in the palette because I always go in with that shade. I am just going to deepen my crease right now. And every time I've used this palette, when I deepen my crease, I almost always go in with this lighter shade over here. So today, I'm definitely going to be using a shimmer shade all over my eyelids. Next, I'm going into this deep shade and using that to deepen ever so slightly the crease area. Because Mocha Mousse is that girl, but on different skin tones, it's going to translate differently. For me, however, I'm using the whole range that Mocha has to offer. Right now, everything is looking very much like skin tone shade on me, but it's gonna come together. Just, you know, trust the process, okay? Eyeshadow is a trust the process type of a situation. It would be so easy to say cut creases up back, but did they really go anywhere? I don't think they did. Lightly cutting my crease right now. I do know that I will be putting down a glitter adhesive so that my shimmer shades can hold on for dear life. So I don't really need cut crease to be perfect. I just need the outline of it. First comes the glitter adhesive. The shimmer shade is a little bit on the powdery side. I thought it was going to be more on the creamy side like the JP shimmer shades, but it's really not. So I'm using this brush and just tapping it onto our glitter base before it dries down. That way I can pack on as much of the shimmer shade as I can before I go back in and do a little bit more of like a detail work. So we're just applying the shimmer shade. My eye definitely feels very cold. Keep my eyes looking down so that I don't crease my eyeshadow before it's had a chance to dry down. Okay, I'll take a smaller, more detailed brush and just go around the edges to give me a more precise application. Okay, this is the shade that drew me to the Too Faced palette. This is the shade I just put all over my eyes as the shimmer shade. It is a gorgeous, almost nude shade for my skin tone. I feel like it depicts the look that I'm going for a lot better. I don't need to go any further with the eyes, so we're gonna move on to the base work. My base is already cleansed and moisturized, so I'm going in with a primer. This is the Laura Mercier Blurring Primer, and I am going to just apply it all over my face. It goes on like this, but it's a mattifying primer. Take out all the oils. I have to blend it in very quickly and leave it alone. When I first started, my skin was glowy and oily. Do you see how matte my skin is looking right now? See how shiny my nose is? Look at this. In real time, no cuts, no edits. This is what that Laura Mercier Blurring Primer does, and you can see like my nose is completely matte right now. My face feels like powder. Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Balm in the shade number 11. Video from 2 days ago, I used the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Balm in the shade number 10. This, however, is the shade number 11, and let me show you what it looks like. The last time I put entirely too much on, so today we're just gonna do this much and this much and this much. That is it. But let me blend it in. The base is coming together already. Let's shake our foundation before we use it. House Labs foundation, the shade 570, 1 pump and 1 pump only. Last time I used a pump and a half. Instant regret. My base was entirely it was too much. Even now I'm scared, so I'm not using the entire pump. Only just a few spots, and I'll leave this just in case I need to, you know, go back in certain places. We're going with the shade 65 Skin Tone Concealer first. Place it down, let it do its thing, blend it in. Okay, this is the shade that helps me blend over everything that I need to blend over, and it doesn't look entirely too light for my skin tone. Let's go in with a lighter shade. So I'm using the same tool that I use to apply my foundation and just blending over the outer edges of everything so that it can look beautiful and seamless into my skin. For example, this side of my face compared to this side of my face. Like, this is looking like I'm not trying hard enough, and this looks like I actually did something. We're just gonna go in with the forehead. For example, right now my forehead looks very unblended. So we're just gonna take the same foundation tool and just blend only the edges of this concealer we put down. We're just going to do a slight reverse contouring over here just to highlight the cheekbone and differentiate the jawbone. Givenchy Prism Leave Setting Powder. This is the shade number 6, but I definitely love this setting powder. It goes on so smoothly. I need a little bit of powder to bake my face. The Juvia's Place powder, I need to find a way to close it out a bit more so I don't get so much powder in the well. Almost halfway through with the makeup. Do I still smell exalté? Yes. Yes, I do. Let's go back to the eyes. I am going to line them. Do you see this? I love the shape of the liner. It's going perfectly up. Of course, I'm going to clean around it to make it look even sharper, but not to replicate it on this eye. Okay, my house is the hangout spot. So if you hear kids yelling and screaming. They're having too much fun, and that's why, okay? Anytime I see a gorgeous brown eye look, the thing to me that I feel like elevates it even more is slight bit of color in the mix, okay? That leads me into Morphe's new product. It's actually been over here since before Christmas. This is the brand new Morphe Bi Liner. There's the shimmer side and a regular gel creamy side. Today I'm going to be using the shade Later. I'm putting it in my waterline. Now I'm going to smoke out my lower lash line with the deep shade that comes in the coffee shop palette. So I'm going to look up and blend directly below this purple. Ooh, that's deep. Go in with some mascara. This is a Thrive Cosmetics Tube-In Mascara. Never forget to apply mascara to your lower lash line. If you're a natural lash girly, this is where your eye look will stop. We're literally gonna actually do the whole complete brow now. Going in with the brow gel to make the brows look like they came from something, okay? I'll wait for the gel to dry down and then we'll go in and make the front look a bit softer. But I also didn't apply any brow gel to the front of my brows anyway because there's nothing there really. I don't actually have to put nose contour on with the way that I've been doing my makeup lately. The contour is essentially already there. For this look, we're gonna go back to the old school stacking lashes hack. I took a 25mm lash and I cut it into tiny pieces and I'm going to glue it to this regular lash, only on the outer corner though, because I need the outer corner to be as voluminous as possible. And now that I have attached it, and I'm going to attach both of these to my lashes. We're going to apply some highlighter using the Hattie Schmidt the brow bone. I'm gonna set first with the Stay Over MAC Fix Plus. And now for the lips, we're going in with Fenty Browned Out. Okay, now we're taking Cold Blooded. Yeah, this is the coffee shop collection in the shade Caramel. I feel like it will just come together and make everything look beautifully gorgeous. Let's go in with my matte setting spray. I found my big Krylon can. Let me show you the finished look. Okay, so this is my finished Mocha Mousse Pantone inspired makeup look. I will never not pair some kind of purple with a gorgeously nude brown look. Like, it will happen. If it's a brown look and it's on me, you're gonna see purple somewhere in the mix. For example, the purple I put on my under eyes, you can see that it's slightly there, but it's also not there. Just tell me this purple does not work with the brown. They work beautifully together and they're absolutely gorgeous together. So that is it for me. Pantone Mocha Mousse. Let me know how I did. Would you wear this look anytime during the year? And just reference your Pantone Mocha Mousse. I'm absolutely sorry about the thuds, the thumps, the jumping, all of that. The kids decided to go up and they're right on top of my studio. All the noise. Their friends are over. All the noise. Let me know down below in the comments what you think about this look. Let me know if there are any specific makeup looks that you want me to try or any makeup looks that you want me to recreate, because in this here 2025, honey, we are going to be doing the makeup looks. We're going to be using our tried and true products. We're going to be using our new products. We're going to be using our old products, but mostly we are going to be doing the makeup looks. The looks will be looking. Thank you so much for watching. Love you lots, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.